another little bite-sized nugget of college basketball. Let's see. Catching up here. Longwood, Winthrop. Let's go see how that one finished out. I think we know. But yeah, there's the final 92 to 88. So 4 point victory, 4.5 was the line. So we come up a little short there. And off to Ball State, Western Michigan. Oh. Ball State 83-72 was the final, 83-72. 8.5 was our target, and it looks like we may have exceeded it. And that'll be a win for the computer. Looks like we have to double back here and look at SMU and Temple. How'd that one finish out? So SMU 69-61. Yeah, that worked out perfectly for us. So 10.5 was the line. We said no, only 9. They won by 8. So Temple was the correct play here. And we went 4-1 on that string. 4-1. So 25 wins, 18 losses, 58.14%. And we got the 2 money lines going this for us already today here on the Saturday afternoon. Abilene and Lamar. Abilene's good. Lamar is how we ended things last time. And wow. I mean, Lamar is like 0-17. Abilene Christian was doing really well this year, 85-82. But it was at Lamar. And yeah, I guess you got to factor that in if you're anybody but me. So we came up short there. Appalachian State and Little Rock, 10.5 is the line. We say 12-point victory for App State. Let's take a look. Every now and then, CBS just reports final. App State, Little Rock, final score, but there's no score. So it's just, it's part of the charm, man. It's just part of the charm. 72-57 App State. 72-57. Pardon me. Boy, we smothered the line there, didn't we? So we said 10.5. We said 12. The line was 10.5. And this one ends up being 15. So that's a win for the computer. Good call, computer. Baylor, Alabama. Wow, the game we've all been waiting for. Let's see here. It is a final. Alabama beat Baylor 87-78. Holy smokes. This was at Alabama, but boy, Baylor's showing to be, he got some, humanity in them, I guess. Boy, they were just seem so unbeatable. And now here we go. Boy, lost 78-87. It's this SEC Big 12 thing, which is cool. I like seeing this stuff in the middle of the conference. I wish there was more of it, actually. But what do? Do you let's say you got Texas Tech coming up. You focus on Texas Tech, or do you bite on this distraction of Alabama and go play that game? I think you stay the course with your conference. That's the important thing. You got to win your conference, and then it's good to get this experience because our paths may cross someday, Alabama and Baylor. But I'm sure they didn't prepare much for Alabama, and vice versa. Alabama, I don't think prepared much for Baylor, but they did have that home court going for them. So it's this is for the fans, but it also is good because it gets me out of just we'll become an island, here, just Pac-12, just Patriot. It gets us out of that for just the briefest periods of time. And so Alabama 87-78. That is a issue for the computer. It will become locked in its own little SEC universe, right? So when we break out of the SEC and we're playing another team outside the SEC in the conference game, sometimes it's too locked in on the numbers for SEC, and that is a fair criticism of the computer, I must say. And there's Baylor, so we're going to grab their. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be doing this one side. Oh well. This one will note that we did enter. We did enter this one. But anyways, we had Baylor winning and covering the 2.5, and that's not how it went. So that's a loss. Northern Illinois and Central Michigan, 6.5 is the line. And Central Michigan ends up winning 69-63. So that's a loss. That's about as many as I'm willing to take on this string here. We got a money line opportunity here. We say Delaware beats James Madison. Let's see how it played out. And Delaware did, in fact, beat James Madison 85-69. So we got us another money line victory here. Let's go grab one here. They're out there, folks. These money line opportunities are out there. And you just got to believe. You got to believe what your eyes are telling you. So there's our third money line win for the day. Or believe what I'm telling you. Of course, I didn't have an opportunity to do a pre-game show today. There's just so many games. I went to bed last night at like 9:53 and woke up at like 2:12 and came back here, finished doing all this, went back to bed again, and woke up around 10. But the point is early to bed, early to rise. If I wasn't able to get up at a quarter after 2 a.m., I wouldn't have been able to do all this extra work here. And I just really want to get back into the swing of doing all games. Morgan State, Delaware State has been postponed. Really no reason to watch that game. Let's go find one of these postponed games. Who knows why? Well, I think we all know why. Control-Alt-V. There we go. Eastern Kentucky and Stetson. 3.5 was the line. Stetson's not a good team. I'll say that. They're not a good team. Eastern Kentucky. I'll be damned. I'll let you know the joke here in just a second. Oh my God. I was just saying Stetson's a really good team, right? 113-95 Stetson. Ugh. 113. Where did that come from? Stetson, my goodness. You've been really bad all year. You're really bad all year long. And then, wow, you get your big opportunity. You're at home playing Eastern Kentucky. You're going to take full advantage. This game I know is going to be a loss. William and Mary's been catnapping. I don't know if that's the right term, but they lost every one of their non-conference games, and all of a sudden they turned into this really good Colonial team. And Elon has been a bad Colonial team, but this is why William and Mary's got they get the bad numbers here. So the line is Elon 1.5. Computer, because it's still being deceived by William and Mary. It says 7-point game. Let's see what happens here. I fully expect William and Mary to blow Elon away. Well, not exactly. 61-65, William and Mary. I wish I could have taken them. I would have done so. But there's another example of William and Mary hiding their talent, playing their plain Jane vanilla offense during the non-conference schedule, and then turning into, a real conference foe once conference season hits. Howard and North Carolina Central, 75-74 was that score. And it was a 2.5 line, and Howard only won by 1. So, boy, we're having there's some rough seas we're navigating right here. State and Ole Miss, another part of that Big 12 SEC thing going on. And Kansas State is 56, Ole Miss 67. So our woes continue. Not good. That should be a 67. Just to confirm. Kansas State 56, Ole Miss 67. Oh, horrible string. Just how quickly things can turn. We went 0-4. Ugh. 0-4. We're down to 53.9%. We're just barely above 500 here. And man, we were at 70% earlier today. I mean, that's the breaks, I guess. UC Davis and Long Beach State. Let's see where they're at. It's a final. Long Beach State 70-63. So we finally get back in the win column here. I gotta go find a win. Hold on, I'll be right back. I had to go up a couple of spots. So Long Beach State was the play. In fact, they were the winner, but not a money line winner. 1 point away from it. So Davis was the favorite by 1.5, and we said they'd only win by 1 point, making the dog the play. But if we would have said Long Beach State would have won the game, then we would have had a money line situation like we have right here. So let's see what happens with Asheville and Presbyterian. Asheville and Presbyterian. Where are you? There we go. They did it again. It's another final, but they don't show the score. Thanks a lot. Okay, Asheville 68-67. Oh boy. Another money line victory. Another one. It's a money line and a straight up play. We made 2 bets there. You make a straight up bet for Asheville, and we do the money line play. So we should count both of them. as separate. And I guess we kind of do. So here's our fourth money line victory of the day. Um, Charleston and Northeastern, the line was 5.5. We said it'd be an 8-point victory for Charleston. And it was 81-63 Charleston. So that exceeds our 5.5 by a good amount. So that's a win. That's 18 points. That's a win for the computer. Norfolk State and South Carolina State. This is a MEAC matchup. 87-69 Norfolk. Again, that is South Carolina State. Here we go. We can see it up here. Okay, so the line was 5.5. We said 13. Norfolk won by 18. And we're settling back on a roll again. Probably the two best teams in Conference USA. It's quite a mouthful. There's some other good teams in Conference USA, but these two are definitely higher edge. La Tech is at home, laying 2.5 to North Texas. And we say North Texas wins, so this is a money line play here. So let's see how this game finaled out. And in CBS, there it again. There's a final, North Texas, La Tech, but there's no score. Why do I use you? I should be. North Texas, 63-62. Again, another money line win. That is awesome. We are just knocking down these money lines. So let's go update that. It's our fifth money line play. And almost as important, we went 5-0 that string. I wish we would have done better up here, but 5-0 is 5-0. So what has that done? We're confusing the poor computer. 30-22, 57.69 with our 5 money lines. It's more respectable. Let's keep it going. We just got to keep it going. Florida and Oklahoma State, more of that SEC Big 12 matchup thing they got going this weekend. And Florida 81-72. 3.5 was the line. We said they'd win by 4, giving us that half point. And that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's why, because I did that. Okay. So we're going to go like this. And so that's our 6th win in a row, if you think about it. Oral Roberts in Denver. $89-80 is the final there. So we said the line was 7.5. We said 15, but all we got to do is beat that 7.5, which we did. Another win. Northern Arizona at home to Portland State. Wow, Portland State beat them 97-76. That is wow. I see that coming other than we had them as the dog. 8 win in a row. We're officially on a roll here. Fill in, please. Seattle U and Sam Houston State. Let's see how that one worked out. That one might still be playing. Nope, it's a final. 78-63 Seattle U. But we just turned on the Jets here, didn't we? Wow. 9 wins in a row. Southern U and Alcorn. And yeah, that's here comes the end. 64-68 Alcorn. I thought for sure. Southern U's got a good. I thought for sure we would keep our own going here. But now I got to go look for a loss. We go 4-1 that string. So we're gaining some major ground here. $34 wins, 23 losses, right around 60%. Yeah, that was some major ground got gained there. Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus Northwestern State. These teams are in the Southland. And, well, Northwestern State wins 90-76. Not a game I saw going this way. Now, believe it or not, another MEAC contest, Coppin State and Maryland Eastern Shore. Maryland Eastern Shore has been the butt of a joke for, I don't know, the last 15 years in college basketball. And here we got them overcoming 8.5 at Coppin. And I just have to snicker to myself. If this thing pays off, I would be impressed with myself for creating a system, and it did 64-61. And there was much joy in the streets. Another money line, and in Maryland Eastern Shore of all teams, is what pushed us over the edge here. Maryland Eastern Shore. You know, times change, I guess. That's another money line. And that is number 6 for the day. We still got more in play. In fact, there was a point in time, we had 4 in a row come up. So we've got more opportunities. There's 2 more. There's 6 more right there that we have to convert into money lines. North Carolina A&T is South Carolina Upstate. And it was, okay, so North Carolina A&T 64-84. So we had the right play here. Upstate, 20-point victory. I mean, it's not how we saw it happening, but it is happening. But, you know, it is what it is. VCU and Richmond. I think VCU is actually in the city of Richmond. I might be wrong here. But, you know, this is gonna be a close game. 64-62 was the final. 2.5, so we're going to lose this one by the half point. We only got to 2 here. And so that's a loss. Illinois and Northwestern, I know they're on the road, but Illinois is really good. 2.5. Northwestern is getting 2.5 from Illinois. Let's see what happened. 59-56, Illinois wins. 59-56. They win and cover as we had suggested they would. And we go 3-2. Okay, well, so 37 wins, 25 losses, 6 money lines. We're right at 60%. against the spread, people. Gardner Webb and Radford, the line was 7.5. We say Gardner Webb by 10. And it was 61-42, Gardner Webb. So that is more than 7.5. Yeah, so that's a win. Villanova and St. John's, the line's 12.5. And Villanova won 73-62. That top line number again. But just the top line number. Weird. 11 points was the victory. We had it as 12, so that's a loss for the computer. Tennessee State and Eastern Illinois. Eastern Illinois has been awful all year long, but they pulled out a win the other night. Just shocking. See if they're on a roll now. And they are. I'll be damned. So Tennessee State 57, Eastern Illinois 62. Wow, you can't keep those you can't keep Eastern Illinois down. There's no way anybody could have possibly picked Eastern Illinois to win this game. Computer, no computer, whatever. Here's the next money line: Arkansas Pine Bluff. Mississippi Valley is at home hosting and laying a 1.5. These are two teams you would not pay 50 cents to go watch, either team. And but we can bet them. We can definitely bet them. All right, it looks like I need to go look for them. Okay, Pine Bluff wins 62-58. Another money line win. It's getting to be not really, but I mean, it's just we're hitting them so easily. Just falling right into our laps. So there's another money line win. It's a straight up win. And that's number 7. What's the one? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's on. Just want to make sure we preserve this for posterity. Florida A&M and Alabama A&M. We're spending some time in the SWAC here. So FAMU. Where's Florida A&M? There we go. So Alabama A&M wins 68-57. So there goes that money line play. And we go, yikes, we go 2 and 3 on this string. And we'll give it a little bit of time to catch up on math because that seems to be a problem for Google Docs. And then go take a look. 39-28, got the 7 money line, 58%. So we're hanging tough on the upper 50s, but that's not gonna win us. We're not gonna be able to buy groceries with that. You know, we need to make some money. Kent State 91, Bowling Green 83, and this was another money line. Another money line. What have I done so wrong? There, okay. So That's our 8th money line victory. Someone's calling me. My phone is just out of reach. I can't even see who it is. Lipscomb and North Florida. So this is we played 4 in a row money lines. This is our last of those 4. Lipscomb, you just never know what you're going to get with Lipscomb. But let's see what we get today. 77.74. 77.74 Lipscomb. It's just another money line win. That's all. Another money line win. That's all. So that's our 9th one today. There's still a whole bunch in our back pocket to play. Not going to say they're all going to convert, but we converted 3 or 4 of these. Murray State and Morehead State, 9.5 is the line. And it was Murray State 77-66. So what is that, 11 points? So Murray State is the winner. And we also get to participate in their victory. South Dakota, North Dakota, 10.5 for South Dakota. And it was 71-58 South Dakota. So that is greater than 10.5. And here we're back on our roll again. But I tell you, man, we get rolling. It gets pretty fun. Mount St. Mary's and St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Mount St. Mary's wins 71-54. So it was a 5.5 line. We said Mount St. Mary's would win by 5, but they exceeded that. So there goes our fun. But we do go 4-1 on that string. This one's improbable. We'll talk about this one in a second. 43 wins, 29 losses. Boy, I tell you, that's, pretty, we're sticking pretty close to 60% against the Vegas line. SIU Edwardsville and Southeast Missouri State. This is at Cape Girardeau, which is the home of Southeast Missouri State. We got Edwardsville winning the game. And it's still, okay, so there's a minute 15 left. It's 71-79. Edwards, Missouri State. So looking kind of unlikely. Of course, I should probably check other sources here. Okay, so it's 81-74 Missouri State with 30 seconds left. And Texas State and Arlington. That's a final, 58-53 Texas State. So 6.5 was the line. We said they'd win by 5, and they did win by 5. So that is a win for the computer. Southeastern Louisiana and Incarnate Word, 11.5 was the line. We said that Southeastern wins by only 11. And that is a final, and it was 78-68. They only won by 10. So Incarnate Word was the correct play. More wins. Utah, Washington. Yeah, the computer just likes Utah. I don't see it. I really don't see it. They have not been that spectacular this year. And Washington, has kind of proven themselves. They didn't in the beginning, but they've sort of proven themselves. Final in 2 overtimes, Washington 77-73. So 73, 77. We had Utah, and it was a money line, but it did not convert. Hampton and Charleston Southern. Believe it or not, Vegas had Charleston Southern favored. I just cannot conceive that. And Hampton won 78-74. So that's another money line. I saw there's just no way. Charleston Southern should be favored against anybody. I mean, anybody in Division college basketball. No way. There's just no way. So we got this one here. We can't fill out that string until we get them all. It's just a thing with me. Kennesaw and North Alabama. It is a final. North Alabama 71-58. So that's a win for us since we had the dog. Oops. Do this right? Yeah, that's right. Jacksonville and Central Arkansas. And that game is still underway. 55-39, Central Arkansas. Furman and Mercer. Let's see if this is a funnel. No, it's not a funnel. But Furman's winning 64-42. Montana State and Idaho. How about that? How about that? Nope. Still underway, 55-45. So that, I think I need to. We're sticking with these bite-sized chunks of college basketball today. So I'm going to take another break, and as we go to the break, just want to remind everybody that was very fruitful. 43 wins, 29 losses so far. 9 money line conversions. Right at 60%. So that's where we are as we leave you, and we'll join you again once we got more finals to talk about. We'll see you then. Thanks.